Hello everybody, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. Well, last time we finished exploring the Emperor's old digs in the basement of the Elfsong Tavern, claimed the reward for ridding the Elfsong Tavern basement of rats. Hopefully they won't notice that we blew up half the wine to do it. And we were going to enter the comedy contest before we spotted a likely suspect for the serial killings, and I decided maybe we should talk to the investigator we came in here 3 episodes ago to find in the first place. And we had an easier time talking our way past the flaming fist guarding the staircase, because it turns out that the Emperor's old buddy, Duke Steelmane, has apparently become the latest murder victim.
Steelmane's parlor, a place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
And there is a set of double doors here, which I believe leads to the inn rooms.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Ah, here's some familiar friends.
Ah, you found my hiding spot. Not a word to Alan. He doesn't believe in things like breaks. Or eating.
Lacrissa, I'd be more than happy to help you out at work. I could...
No, focus on your music. Besides, I'll be living a life of luxury when your school takes off.
If you need help, just say the word.
No need. I'm looking after my girl, Alfira. Isn't that right, sweetie pie?
Lacrissa!
All right. The hero and I will stop teasing. For now. A rich arsehole sent me.
I'll never get tired of this view.
Same here.
You know what, long as we're here. Gauntlet Deva Fountainhead, and I seem to have lured half the tavern up here with my playing, but, including the person I was trying to get up here to discuss, the crime scene with. I also found something hidden, but I've got no idea what.
I'll never get...
Same here.
I'll never get...
Same here.
They're adorbs. I'm glad that we helped save them and get them here. Apparently, I got a way down to other inn rooms.
No need. I picked up some extra shifts.
You didn't have to do that.
Let's see, an excerpt from the True and Impossible Adventures of Ten Brooks Morrow, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship captain. The real Captain Morrow is known to have never left her native Waterdeep and emerges from her rooms at the yawning portal only to exchange scrawled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. His red dragon thus dispatched, the knight had no choice but to leap from my ship, crashing to the new bride's deck as his mount was swallowed by the eerie gloom of the astral plane's shifting tides. Fateful Norris was upon him instantly, clawing and biting, alas in vain. Astral projection thwarts even the fury of a tabaxi cabin boy, and the treacherous Yankee only left as Norrell's formless blows passed harmlessly through him. The knight's silver sword came out in an arc that missed Norrell's entirely, but nearly clipped the spiritual cord anchoring Tabaxi's starred soul to the plane. I mourned my faithful feline companion faded from existence, but did not hesitate. The Githyanki only smirked lazily at my charge, anticipating the futile efforts of never bound by the laws of this plane. But that is not and never has been Captain Tabot's Morrow. Unlike Port Knowles, I'd entered this plate in my fully fleshed form, a fact I demonstrated by thumping the warrior solidly between the legs. He tumbled over the new bride's rail and down into the mist, even as a fresh horde of dragons rose from the distant dead citadel of Turanaf. Let's see, anything in the burlap sack? Not as such. But there's a backpack over here. And how quickly I go back into looting. And another The True Adventures of...
I'll never...
Same here.
So was it me noticing them up here that was my perception check? Well, anyway. Okay, when I tested this earlier, it automatically started a cutscene when I came in and talked to her. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good.
Matthias the Dastard, Adventurer Curiosity?
An adventurer? Fantastic. We don't have enough of those in Baldur's Gate. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her.
Well, I got this murder cult list.
Gods. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound. But this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man. Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal Temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work.
He says Saravok led the cultists a century ago. He can't still be alive, can he?
Stranger things have come back to haunt this city. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reference to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence.
What about the other victims on the list?
There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oathbound to secure them first, so
Figures.
I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them?
I mean, I guess, but yeah, Flaming Fist should be protecting everybody, not just the upper city folk.
Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work.
Pardon me. Yeah, I am from Baldur's Gate, and I know how it should work. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter.
Yeah, not bloody like we have
Meet me
Gortash
there
running
if you've
things.
anything more to report. And good luck.
Alright, well, notes on the murder. Private room, suspect blood loss, rituals of killing, right hand missing, clean severance before death, mark the absolute on the floor, empty bottle drained of contents, suspect ritual, but won't tell Valeria that suspect's question mark. Bloody signet ring.
Bloodied ring. Guess the killer didn't want jewelry.
And a map of the murder. Let's see, map the city bears a single marker, the location of one murder site with a single arrangement of grotesque tableau.
No need. I picked up some extra shit.
Didn't have to do that.
I know. I wanted to. You just focus on your ears.
And I just failed a perception check.
I'm ready. Something over there.
Discarded wine bottle. A strong paralytic poison.
No one's stopped me yet. Strange bottle. Even stranger smell. What path lies before me?
Damn right. And not even pissy druids of cursed shadows. Have you any idea?
Anything in the cabinet? No.
Because I had you.
Nah, you'd have been fine without me. But the company was welcome.
And shabby clothes in the wardrobe. Well, I think that's all we're likely to find up here. Hey, as long as we're here, let's go ahead and ask about getting an inn room, even though I'm pretty sure I know what the answer will be.
Welcome back. What can I do you for?
Tell me more about the murder.
Going to make this... I reckon I'll be... At least...
We got that
I hope.
before.
I tell you what. The murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's nothing to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over.
Maybe I could get a discount on the accommodation?
Charity! In Baldur's Gate! Good one.
Worth a shot. Bard persuasion. Cut the price and I'll spread word of this place for miles around. Yeah, I don't need the guidance bonus, but...
More asses and chairs means more coin in my pouch. You got yourself a deal. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
For once a warm meal, Karluk is inspired. And yeah, just want to make sure there weren't any unique conversation options out here.
Because I had you.
Elfsong Hospitality, General Tutorial. Foraging is a thing of the past in the Elfsong Tavern. To purchase camp supplies for resting, simply visit the Dumb Waiter Hatch. Well, it looks like I got the whole party in here, hanging out and enjoying themselves, and hey,
Let's have a look at myself.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
No hope is gone, or so it seems, but game's not over yet.
Copper for your thoughts.
New cards are drawn, new hands are played, new powers
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, we must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
Baldur's fate now turns upon the whims of fortune.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world.
are you alright?
Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
And yet they're still here.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword.
Nothing new
Keeping very well, I hope?
despite the fancy new digs, though.
I brought my own...
I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks.
As do I.
He's protected by his steel watch for now. And Orin will have her own defenses, should we choose to play the part of Gortash's bloodhounds. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of.
Have you thought more about how we might find Minsk?
I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it.
The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. The mysterious Keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
She's no one to be trifled with.
Nor are we. But I trust she knows the value of collaboration, especially in times like these. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
I wanted to ask you something.
Ask it.
And what can you tell me about the Harpers?
I've learned not to unpick the legends so many have woven around our name. Seeing the hope die in a romantic's eyes, it is only funny the first few dozen times. Some call the Harpers heroes. Others, petty meddlers who cannot help but stick their nose into every conflict they stumble across. The truth is in there somewhere. We try to work towards a common balance. If every other faction finds us equally annoying, that is probably a sign that we are succeeding.
Sounds like you and the Harpers have a complicated history.
You might say that. I left their service and swore never to return. Multiple times, if I recall. It is easy to get tired of the intrigue. The high causes shrouded in secrecy. I thought I might find another way to be of use to the world. And for a time I did. But my comrades would use a rather irritating phrase. A Harper never leaves the chorus. She simply goes to spread the song. Meaning that whatever cause I turned my hand to, there I would find them. Harpers, stuffed with their own virtue, but always there. Always trying to help. So I returned to the fold. Returned to the city. Eventually they hung a title around my neck. High Harper. And I still do not know how to play one. If I wanted to spare Geraldus the same headaches, well, you now know why I needed him to be sure this is the life he wants. But you're staring. Which means the tadpole has finally eaten your brain. Or have I been talking too much? Either way, time to move, no?
I'm sure people understand Harpers are working for the greater good.
Ha! No. No, thank you. Let the wiser members of my order wrinkle their brows over that particular phrase. In all my years fighting for the Harpers, I am still never certain what the greater good means. I've learned to be content with, well, that was not so bad as it might have been.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
What news from the Grove?
Wounds have healed. Damage has been undone. Balance has been restored. Those who seek to serve nature there can once again do so with all their hearts. There have been difficulties. Some initiates harbor too much admiration for Korga's course of action. Francesca will do what she must to rid them of such notions. She is well suited to the task. Better than I, perhaps. To cleanse a land of shadows is one thing, but to sway a heart from a dark path is another matter entirely. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid, to be a leader.
You circle well and found a worthy successor. No one can ask more of you.
Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oak Father willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long. I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
Let's talk.
Okay, nothing new with Will, and...
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
Of course.
I suppose you've earned it.
We still have one short rest left and quite a bit more to do besides. But yeah, here's our new digs while we're in town for a while, I suppose. Okay, so just to quickly recap over our current list of goals. Get Gortash's Neverstone. He proposed that we kill Or and take her stone. We will rule alongside him. Consider his bond. He proposed a pact of allegiance. If we kill Or and take her Neverstone, he'll let us rule along the side. We still have that mission of destroying the Steel Watch. We have Oberon's Rune Powder Bomb. It can destroy the Foundry. But we're going to try and evacuate it first. Investigating the murders. We warned Chef Ruver that he's on the list. We should do the same for the other targets. Convinced the list we found is linked to a wider plot. In fact, we know it is. She asked us to follow people notified on the list. Gather your allies. Floric is grateful we freed her. Arabella is back from learning how to control her powers. Aslan, Volo, haven't run into him, but apparently he's out there. Then we have find the Night Song. Night Song's at campus. You should let the wizard know or find out what the wizard wants with her. Rescue the Grand Duke. Mizora has to meet her in camp. She has an important proposal. Aid the Underduke. We heard some gossip about Criminal Guild having our territory threatened by a new player called the Stone Lord. Help the Hag survivors. Investigate the suspicious toys. We interrogated them, and he pointed us toward the fireworks place. And then everything else, helping Will's dad. Jaheir wants to speak to Nine Fingers Keen. And of course there is rescuing Shadowheart's parents, killing the vampire who made the store. And that is everything at the moment. Oh, and we are still trying to find our artist buddy that we saved. Yep, Oscar for Baldur's Gate, who knows, maybe we'll see him there. And we also have Finding Dribbles the Clown.
I wonder if this was brewed with my barley.
Well, you still have a fair bit of the city unexplored. It looks like we've got a couple of the murder survivors close by. And there's the Basilisk Gate. And you know, there's a murder target right around the corner. So let's go talk to Cora first. Oh, look. Let's talk to random people in the street first.
Oh, gods. He's spouting a load of crap. Don't waste your time.
Oh, but I love messing with
We've got
evangelists.
no choice. We have to do what he says.
Listen and submit to the Mistress of Disease.
That was not what I was expecting, but okay. That's her right there.
Why, yes, Edvard. Can I call
I'm rather enjoying the white. Maybe you should give it a try.
Wine festival.
Now, keep it quiet. But I'm thinking I might have a little work tipple.
There's some rather lovely vintages out today. I'd get in quick if I were you.
Yeah, that is a corset.
Glorious summer's day, is it not? Perfect, in my opinion, for a light, refreshing tipple.
Day drinkers.
Why, hello there. We were just about to try some of Master Metzley's delightful wines. Would you care to join us?
They do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Is that what they call it now?
Poor Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
Wine scent is almost sickly sweet, with an acrid note just on the periphery. Poison.
Aha! And a red-dressed dwarf! I've smelled many a wine in my time, and this one is foul. Poisonous.
No, it was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face. And I will peel it from your skull, should you interfere again.
I think we just found our killer. In fact, a whole bunch of red-clad dwarves. Well, we're not exactly spoiled for choice now, are we? Got Dolor Dolor.
Want to? Will you please keep your eyes on what you're doing? We're not supposed to be enjoying the festival. We're working. Are you drunk?
Not drunk enough to listen to your prowl.
Oh, and she one-shot that guy with the shield blow.
Blood comes easy these days.
Let's go for a pommel strike. Oh, she has just knocked him down, not out. And oh, a doppelganger. Who has seen this coming?
Where do I go from here?
Need to stay focused. Heading there.
Shit, he escaped. Going to his next victim, no doubt.
But at least we saved this bunch of victims. Unfortunately, nothing more impressive on these guys than daggers from below, apart from a tombstone shop key. Interim report. The Scarred Dwarf is a promising candidate for the Unholy Assassin. Though he is personally crude, his methods of homicide are artistic and even innovative. He has set up a deadly wine festival to eliminate his next target, and I, for one, will be observing it closely. A strong paralytic poison.
Time to press ahead.
And it appears that that has been enough to make everybody level up. Which will be a fine place to start next time. Thank you all for bearing with me through this slightly longer than usual chapter. Wasn't expecting to get that ambush right at the very end. But we will go ahead and save here. And next time we will start with leveling up the party and continuing on with warning the victims of the ball cult. Thanks for watching. Again, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments. Always welcome.
Every Baldurian home.
And we will continue the adventure from here next time. Take care until then.